Step number one, if you want to achieve anything in life, and I want you to pay very close attention. If you have a pen and paper, please write down these points. I'm going to tell you one thing that you need to do to achieve anything in life. And this has been done by successful people. And this is the reason why you need to follow this step. So the first step is to decide what you want in life. You see, in this life, there's a difference between a goal and a dream. A dream is something you close your eyes and start imagining. Perhaps it's during the night, you close your eyes, you are sleeping, then you start having those mental images of you going to some place for vacation, or you driving that nice car that you've been wanting. That is what we call a dream. A dream is actually in the mind, but a goal is in reality. A goal is something that you can actually measure. So you need to get the difference between a goal and a dream. There are so many people who are dreamers, but successful people have goals. So how will you know that you have achieved a goal? So there's this question that you need to be asking yourself. We are in January. Maybe you ask yourself at the end of June. You ask yourself, how will I tell people? How will I tell myself that I've achieved this goal? One thing you can do is that you can measure. If it is weight, if you set goals around weight, if you wanted to be fit, you can actually take measurements of your weight. You can put yourself on that kitchen scale and measure the weight when you started versus the weight after 6 months. You will see the difference. If it is 20 kilograms or 20 pounds, you tell yourself that I was able to lose 20 kilograms. If you set a goal around managing debt or getting out of debt, you can measure that particular goal at the end of 2 months or 3 months by doing the calculation, determining how much do I owe people outside there? How much do I owe mobile phone lenders, micro lenders? How much money do I owe the bank? How much do I owe them for the student loan? At the end of this year, you can measure a goal by telling yourself, what tangible thing do I have at the end of this period? I told myself that I want to get my degree. Have I graduated? Have I been given the certificate? Have I been given the letter of completion? You set a goal around getting a new job or being promoted. At the end of the year, you want to tell yourself, ask yourself the question, I started this year as a junior officer. It is at December 31st. What is the new position that I've achieved in this organization? So that is something you can measure and tell yourself that I've been able to work and achieve this particular goal. So whatever point you are in life, the first important thing is to decide what you want. And you should do that before we go to the next step, which will be more tangible. We'll be required to do some writing. Okay, so I see you in the next step. Step number 2, write it down. Now this is getting more interesting. I bet you have not written down your goals this year. Now this is a huge mistake that you could be making in your life. I'm going to tell you why writing down goals is important and what you're missing out if you're not writing down your goals. So the first important thing, now if you've been able to master the courage, you have the audacity to put down what you want this year. You have written down you want to go for vacation. You have put down that you want to buy a piece of land. You have put down that you want to build your house. I'm going to assure you that, I'm assuring you that you are going to achieve those goals by the end of the year. So one thing about writing down goals is that it gives you a sense of clarity. You are now able to define clearly, what do I want to achieve in my life during this 2025 year? And once you've been able to achieve that kind of clarity, you will be motivated to work towards achieving your goals. Another thing about writing down goals is that the process or the way of writing goals works with your brain, works on your brain. It helps your brain to tell your brain, or they say decoding. It helps your brain understand that this thing is now important in my life. This house that I want to build is now important in my life. This degree that I'm pursuing is now important in my life. This career or this profession that I'm working on is now important in my life. So once your brain understands that, then that's the beginning of so many good things that will work towards achieving your goal. Then another thing about writing down is that you'll be able, or you'll push yourself. There will be those moments or those days when you feel that I set a goal, I want to keep fit. You wake up in the morning, you told yourself that I want to do a number of stretches, I want to go for a walk. But sometimes your body keeps telling you, continue sleeping, don't go out and walk. Right? Having it written down will be a good reminder that you're supposed to keep working towards achieving your goals. Another thing why you should write down your goals is that you are able to track your progress. Remember in step 1, we said that when you have clarity or you have specific goals, it is much easier to measure such goals. If you told yourself that I want to fast for 40 days, assuming that is your goal, you want to fast for 40 days, you will be able to measure your progress. Maybe after 5 days, or 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, you'll be able to take measurements. And maybe if you are on a weight loss program, you will be able to measure your weight after 5 days. You record down and tell yourself, I've been able to lose 2 or 5 kilograms or 5 pounds or 20 pounds at the end of that particular period. And measuring your progress is also very important, because you don't just want to pursue things that you are not able to keep track of. When you keep track, you'll be able to make adjustments in whatever activities that you're doing on a daily basis. Remember, it is the small activities, small daily activities that build up into bigger goals achievement. For example, if you are on a fitness journey, it is the small stretches, warm up. It's the warm up and the stretches that you do on a daily basis that will be able to build up and make you lose the weight that you desire to lose. So that is the second important step if you want to achieve anything in life. And now I want us to go to the third step that you're going to take if you want to achieve anything in 2025 in your life. So stay focused. Step number 3, if you want to achieve anything in this life, go and find the formula. The good thing about formulas, or one thing that I've come to learn about formulas in this life, is that formulas always work. If you want to find the mean, there's a formula for finding out the mean. You take the sum of x, then divide by the number of counts, n. If you want to find the area of or the perimeter of a house, there's a formula for doing that. But the problem here, or the problem that most people have, is trying to do things in their own way, or you are trying to find your own formula, and that's the problem when it comes to setting and working towards your goal. You should not be trying to find your own formula. Try and use formulas that have already been proven, and that's one thing that you should be doing if you want to achieve anything in life. I will give you an example in entrepreneurship. You told yourself, or you've written down this year, I want to start a business. I want to start a business of selling mobile phone parts. So you start telling yourself, or you ask the opinions of other people. They tell you, don't start that business. You'll be copying so and so. Somebody's already doing that business. And they instill that sense of fear in you. So you start fearing starting a business because somebody's telling you other people are already doing the business. So you fear that you are going to be copying another person's business. And that is something that can hold you from pursuing your goals. So don't fear copying. You can copy a business and apply the same formula at a different location. If your friend has the same business in one town, you can do the same business in a different town, and it works. If your friend is operating the same business within the same mall, you can move to a different mall, you can move to a different floor, and still do that particular business without fearing of being a copycat. So this thing about fearing copying business can hold you back. Even in a workplace environment, employees would fear using a particular tool. For example, a particular AI tool is not to be used by a particular individual. So others would fear using the same tool, fearing that they will be seen to be copying that particular employee. And that should not be happening. You should not fear using formula, because formulas are known to work. So the first thing, once you've set goals, is to go and do some research. How do things happen in a particular industry? If you've set goals to open a particular business, go and find out. If you want to start importing stuff from China, go and find out, where are these people getting their items from China? What are the prices of these items in China? What are the taxes that I'm supposed to pay when these products arrive in my country? What are the shipping agents that are used? So when you are doing that, maybe we call it market research, you are giving yourself information on how things work, and you're trying to find the formula, the best formula for doing importation of products as a business and selling it. Another example I can give you, if you want to start or you want to venture into a new career, you want to learn new skills, you want to learn maybe coding, you start asking yourself questions. You go to Google, you do some research. What are the best courses for learning coding? What are some of the key skills? Or what are some of the requirements that I need in order to learn coding? What type of computer do I need? What type of mobile phone do I need? What type of basic language do I need in order to do coding? Find yourself which organizations are hiring coders. What is the job description of a coder? And that you'll be finding formula for that particular profession. So the step 4 is doing the reps. Now don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself that working is fun. Working towards your goals will be very boring. It's very boring, and most people tend to give up when it comes to work. So what is doing the reps? The reps are the repetitive, boring tasks that you need to be doing on a daily basis as you work towards achieving your goals. If your goal is achieving fitness, it is the repetitions that are boring. For example, you have to do warm-up before you start playing, if it is soccer, or before you start jogging. You have to do the warm-up and the stretches, which can be so boring. Another example is when you are maybe a freelance writer. Writing is not fun. Writing can be very boring. Students can cry because of writing tasks. The process of creating outlines, writing drafts, editing, it's not fun. It is very boring to most people. And that's why I talked about showing up when you don't feel like you've written goals, you lack motivation. Sometimes you will feel, let me just give up on this thing. I don't have to do this to achieve my goal. Creating content for social media, creating content for YouTube, creating content for TikTok, creating content for LinkedIn can be a very boring experience. And this is where you need motivation. What will you do? What will make you show up when you don't feel like? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. What will you do when you feel, your body feels like, I don't need to do this, but you still have to do it in order to achieve your goals? So to overcome the paralysis of not working towards your goal, to overcome this fear of not showing up when your body doesn't feel like, you will use the formula of writing a statement of implementation. Under each goal that you've written down, you will come up with a statement of intention to implement that particular goal. For example, you can tell yourself, I will drink 2 glasses of water at 8 a.m. in the morning. I will do 5 different stretches every day at 6 a.m. Okay, so those are examples of statements of implementations that can prevent that kind of paralysis that can come from the repetitive tasks that you're supposed to do on a daily basis. If you are in the business of trying to, if you're a freelancer, you're trying to get direct clients or high paying clients, you want to tell yourself, I will send 5 DM messages at 9 a.m. every day or 5 days in a week. So those are examples of statements of implementation that you can write under each goal as you plan to implement, as you plan to work towards achieving your goals. So we are remaining with the 2 steps, step number 5 and step number 6, that will help you achieve your goals in 2025. Step 5. So before we talk about step 5, in step 4, we talk about the pain of doing the repetitions. The pain of going to the gym, you want to lose weight, the pain of lifting the weights, the chest weights. It comes with a lot of pain. The pain of writing. How do you overcome the pain? So number 5, make it fun and easy. The only way you can keep doing or working towards your goal is to make your daily repetitions fun and easy. This is meant to eliminate the boredom and get you out of the paralysis of saying, my body doesn't feel like going to the gym today. My body doesn't feel like taking a walk today. My body doesn't feel like jogging today. My body doesn't feel like typing or coding today. So how do you make it fun and easy? That's the focus of step 5. And there are several ways that you can apply to make repetitions fun and easy. Number 1, use visual reminders. You can have visual reminders in your room. You can have visual reminders in your smartphone, and they will help you make work fun and easy. Another way, number 2, of making it fun and easy is to plan ahead. If you have goals around drinking water, perhaps you can plan the night before. You have a bottle that is filled with water. For me, I usually fill this bottle with water the night before. So when I wake up in the morning after doing my daily stretches, I take this water bottle. I drink the water in this bottle. So that's one way of making it fun. You plan ahead. If you are a writer and you want to prevent the boredom or pain of writing, you can plan ahead before that particular activity. Another way, another technique of making it fun and easy is to include or involve friends, people whom you have similar interests. You want to go and play, or you want to go for jogging. You can involve friends. You become a team. You can become a team. You can even do it as a couple. You can find people who are within the same neighborhood. You can be jogging together. So find time or create friends, people you can do the activity together. It can be fun. Okay. Another way. Which one is the other way of making it fun? You can decide to take a class of weight loss. You can decide to take a class of physical fitness, where you share ideas. You can decide to take a class of going to the gym, where you have I've seen people doing aerobics as a class. You can decide to do a class of writing, where people are learning skills in writing. You can decide to take a class of social media management. If you are having those activities on your to-do list, you can take that particular class and you make it fun and easy. Now we are going to look at the last step to achieving your goal. Step number 6, don't quit. You come all the way from deciding what you want to achieve, deciding what you want. You've already translated them into goals. You've written down. You found formulas of how to do it. You are now doing the tedious work, the painful repetitions, and you've also found ways of making it fun. So the last step is don't quit. You will have a temptation, and life is always putting you on tests. So it is the day that you return to working that will define your success. The day you become sick, you don't want to go for the morning jog. The day you feel your body is in pain, you don't want to do the morning stretches, you don't want to go to the gym. After that feeling, the moment you decide to go back to the tedious work, the painful repetitions, that is what will define your success on the goals that you've set to achieve in life. So don't quit. Talk about the temptations of giving up. You told yourself you're not going to eat for 10 days. Day 5, you're tempted to eat. You told yourself you're going to run every day. You've skipped running for 5 days, 10 days, and so on. You told yourself that you're going to post content on social media. You posted day 1, day 2, you don't have views. Now you're thinking of giving up. I want to tell you this. Behind every successful person or successful man or successful woman you see, there's always a story behind them. There's always a story of perseverance. There's always a story about rejection. There's always stories about negativity. On social media, people are so negative. Even if you post positive content like this one, somebody will start feeling, who does he think he is? Who does he think he is to teach us about goal setting? And people will start throwing at you negative things. Some people will not even like your face. Some people will not like your sound, the way you speak. Some people will be intimidated by what you are trying to teach. Some people will be intimidated by what you're trying to achieve in life. So they throw you negative, they reject you. Some will unfollow you because of posting on social media. So many people fear posting on their personal Facebook page or Instagram page. They fear talking about business. They fear talking about things like this that can help or change somebody because they fear being judged. What will my friends say? What will my relatives say? So don't quit. The moment you feel like you want to quit, you should go back to the first step and ask yourself, what do I really want? Do I want to give up and fail everything? Do I want to continue pursuing this course and achieve the certificate that I want in life? Do I want to continue pursuing this goal so that I can be rewarded or promoted in this profession? So don't quit. So that marks the end of this series on goal setting. I would like to hear your thoughts. Are you going to set goals? Are you going to use this formula? Or which other formula are you using to pursue your goals in life? Otherwise, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, share this information, share this video with your friends or loved ones so that we can make this world a better place.